PG Putri Specialist Hospital.
So the menu that we choose are brown rice with garlic butter baked salmon, broccoli with black pepper and garlic, herbal iced tea, and the last one is mango pudding.
So let's jump on it.
Food preparation in hospital include three components, which are Halal Hazard Point, Halal Control Point, and Halal Critical Limit. These three components are used to ensure that the food produced are permissible and wholesome for the patient consumption. The halal status is very important because majority of the Malaysians are Muslims. Halal Hazard Point is a point in which the halal status of a product can be affected due to contamination with non-halal products or the manufacturing process which do not follow the halal guidelines or the adding of the non-halal ingredients in the food.
The definition of halal critical limit is any identified points within halal food preparation or processing that may lead to religiously unacceptable situation termed najasa, which then ultimately lead to the disapproval of the food product, so a control must be placed.
So the definition of halal control point is a point, steps or procedure in food halal manufacturing where the control is applied in the process to prevent or eliminate the cross-contamination.
The first halal control point during preparation of brown rice is at stage 1, which is washing process. At the washing process, the rice used is from halal brand which already received its halal certificate and suitable for Muslim patients' consumption. Meanwhile, the water used is a type of treated water which already been processed by trusted authorities, which is Shabas. The second HCP is at the cooking process of the brown rice. The rice cooker used is ensured not to be contaminated with any non-halal ingredients or anything that are declared as najis by Sharia law. If it does, the rice cooker need to be ritually cleansed according to Sharia law. Meanwhile, the next is the HCP3, which is at the serving process. The plates and the utensils used for the serving of brown rice is ensured need to be contaminated or in previously contact with any non-halal ingredients. If it does, the plates and the utensils need to be ritually cleansed according to Sharia law. The control point of the brown rice is during washing. The rice is washed repeatedly to remove any soil and debris that can cause physical hazards. Meanwhile, the second control point is at the serving stages. The utensils and the equipment used is ensured not to have any scratches or rusty appearances due to prevention of chemical hazards to this patient.
In preparation of garlic butter baked salmon, the first halal control point is from the raw materials, which is salmon. The salmon is made sure to be halal, not harmful, intoxicated or poisonous and safe for human consumption. The salmon comes from the supplier that fulfill all the qualification and receive halal certificate from Jabatan Kemajuan Islam Malaysia. For the second halal control point is during the transportation and handling of the salmon. The transportation must be thoroughly clean and not contaminated with non-halal materials. The salmon are transported separately from any other ingredient, especially with non-halal one. The temperature must be kept at -80 degrees Celsius to avoid the spoilage of the salmon. For the third is the washing. The source of water used for washing the salmon is from the treated filtered water with halal certificate and safe for the consumption, not contaminated, harmful or poisonous. The water comes from the certified supplier that have received halal certificate from the authority. All halal control points is during the heading of the fish. The knife and chopping board used to prepare the fish is clean from any microbiological, physical or chemical hazard. The equipment are not be used to prepare the non-halal ingredients and must be strictly separated. For the fifth halal control point is during the preparation. The ingredient used to prepare the salmon is made sure to be from the halal and trusted brand. For the last halal control point, which is the plating, The salmon is served in a clean plate that is not harmful, poisonous or intoxicated. The plate is not from the doubtful materials and is from porcelain. The same plate is made sure not to be used to prepare the non-halal food. For the control point 1, which is during the washing, the salmon is washed several times to remove any dirt or blood that can cause contamination during processing. The second control point is during the heading. The knife and chopping board used should not have any dust, rust, scratch or crack that can cause physical, chemical or microbiological hazard. For the third control point, during the eviscerating of the salmon, which is the removal of the internal organ. The salmon is washed repeatedly with clean water after the removal of the organs to clear the blood and ensure the cleanliness of the salmon. The fourth control point is during the baking or grilling. The equipment used to bake the fish is clean from dust, rust or any crack that can cause hazards. And for the last control point is during the plating, which is the plate used to serve the baked salmon does not have any visible crack or rusty that can cause contamination to the products.
For the next side dish is broccoli with garlic and black pepper. For the first halal control point, which is from the raw broccoli, the pesticides and fertilizer used is not from non-halal source. Halal inspector ensure the broccoli received from the farm is halal. The next one is halal control point 2, which is washing. The water source that is used is from trusted source, such as Shabas. The third halal control point is cutting. The cutting board and knife is clean and not mixed with other non-halal raw material. And the fourth halal control point is sautéing. All ingredients used from halal brand such as Saji, Halajal and Hexa Halal. And the fifth halal control point is garnishing. The lemon is washed with hot water to remove the wax on the surface of the skin. The origin of the wax need to be confirmed by halal inspector because mostly it is from animal sources. And the last halal control point, which is for plating. The plate is ensured not the animal origin or chemical substances that can contaminate the food. For the side dish, there is only one control point, which is during the washing. The method using to wash the raw material is following the standard operating procedure. All broccoli is washed vigorously under cold running water. The container of the vegetables is labeled as washed. This is to prevent the washed vegetables mixed with unwashed vegetables.
For the herbal iced tea, the first halal control point is for the water. The water source is free from contamination or anything that has been decreed as najis from Sharia law. The source of water is from treated water that is clean and safe for human consumption and comes from qualified suppliers such as Shabas. For the second halal control point is during the mixing or stirring. The ingredient used in the making of herbal iced tea is from the guaranteed halal source. For the third halal control point is during the serving. The glass used to serve the drink is not the same glass used to prepare the non-halal wine. The glass is not made from the doubtful sources that can make the halal status be questionable. For the control point, there is only one control point, which is during the serving. The glass used to serve the herbal iced tea is from high quality materials and does not have any scratch or crack that can cause physical hazards.
For the dessert, which is mango pudding, the first halal control point is the jelly used is from halal brand which already received its halal certificate, thus suitable for Muslim patient consumption. The next halal control point is that the equipment. All the equipment and the utensils used is ensured not to be contaminated with anything that are declared as najis. If it does, the equipment and the utensils need to be washed and ritually cleansed according to Sharia law. The third halal control point is at the flavoring stages. The flavoring used are sugars and salt, which are from halal brand. The fourth halal control point is at the milk. The milk used is from halal brand, which is Dutch Lady, that already received its halal certificate. During receiving this item, the milk is stored and handled separately from non-halal ingredients. The fifth halal control point at the mangoes and sunquid stages. Mangoes usually are not naturally ripened because the uses of calcium carbide, which is a type of artificial ripening. This artificial ripening is hazardous to human cells. So, the artificial ripening need to be removed by the washing of mangoes with vinegar solution and rinse the mangoes under clear water. Next, during receiving mangoes and sunquid, these items are handled and stored separately from non-halal food. The last halal control point is at the plating stages. The bowl and the dessert spoon need to be ensured not made from animal sources because this could lead to mashbouh or dog food. So, the uses of porcelain or ceramic bowl and dessert spoon can be used. The first control point in mango pudding preparation is equipment's use shall not have any rusty or scratches to avoid physical or chemical hazard to the food. The second control point is the jelly is cooked at 100 degrees in Celsius to dissolve it. The third control point is while adding the milk into the jelly, the milk need to be stirred continuously at the temperature of less than 100 degrees Celsius to avoid clumping of the milk. The fourth control point is the knife used shall not have rusty appearance to avoid chemical hazard to the food. The last control point in preparation of mango pudding shall not have any scratches or rusty appearance to avoid physical chemical hazard to the food.
That's all from us.
Please like and share